Hello. We are Team Coat Chef. If your house needs painting, don't forget to call us. Our problem statement is, development of a non-electronic chemical strip to identify high temperature exposure in the transport of medicines, vaccines and FMCG goods.
As soon as we heard this statement, the word thermochromic pigment flashed in our minds. A pigment that changes color on exposure to a certain temperature is a thermochromic pigment.
Anthocyanin and polydeacetylenes are going to be the two pigments that we will use to solve this problem. Anthocyanin is a pigment extracted from fruits and berries. It has a very special property. Different species of anthocyanin get destroyed differently on exposure to different temperatures, as we can see in this table. But we can use only the 35 degrees Celsius column of this table. We will come to this problem later. First, let's talk about polydeacetylenes.
Polydeacetylene or PDA is another very special compound. It is irreversible thermochromic, that means after changing color once, it cannot revert towards original color. Now, if we look at the table, it becomes clear that polydeacetylenes can be used to detect temperature from -15 to 2 degrees Celsius and 15 to 35 degrees Celsius.
Now, let us talk about polyethylene glycols. Polyethylene glycol or PEG is another very special compound. PEG 400 exhibits a melting point of 4 to 8 degrees Celsius. PEG DME 500 exhibits a melting point of 13 to 14 degrees Celsius. We can use this phase change to detect temperature exposure in combination with thermochromic pigments.
Now, let's talk about the feasibility of our product. Anthocyanins and polyethylene glycol are cheaply available in the market, but polydeacetylenes have to be procured in bulk. The final product cost with margin is estimated to be around 1,200 Indian rupees. This is far less than the cost of electronic alternatives. Remember, we couldn't use the complete table of anthocyanin for temperature detection? That was because of lack of research on the subject. We intend to solve this problem by carrying out first-hand research on anthocyanin in the paint technology labs of HBTU. The second problem is the high raw material cost of polydeacetylenes. We have solved this problem by getting bulk quotes from chemical manufacturers, making the product industrially feasible.
My name is Aditya Singh. I can personally relate to this product as my mother is a healthcare professional. And I clearly remember during the COVID-19 vaccine drive of 2022, she had told me that the efficacy of many COVID-19 vaccines had been compromised just because they had been exposed to high temperatures during transportation, and at that time there was no such non-electronic measuring device which could tell the vaccinator that the efficacy of this batch has been compromised, and it cannot be used. Secondly, we all know that our beloved country India is still a developing nation. So, there are many such places where the continuous supply of electricity is not available. So the use of electronic measuring device is completely ruled out. That's where our proposed solution stands out as the moon among the stars.
Our solution is not a fancy robotic hand, or a copied software, far from reality. This right here is an industrially feasible product. In a hackathon where IT guys dominate, we have dared to present a chemical solution to a chemical problem. Proposing this was intimidating to begin with, but we have complete faith that esteemed judges of the Smart India Hackathon will pick us out just like a golden needle from a haystack.
We are Team Coat Chef. Namaskar.